This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Have you all posted your name and your experience and your SQL and ETL expertise? Yes. Let's take a 5 minute pause and just post all of you this information. This will help me while giving you training. Then we'll start for our session.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you sharing something?
No, I'm
It's
not sharing
yeah.
yet. Not sharing yet. I'm just
Oh,
asking you to introduce yourself. I have asked you to give your name, your overall experience, and rate yourself for SQL and ETL on the scale of 0 to 10. Please, all of you. Okay, there are still guys who are not responded yet. Please do it quickly. It is not taking much time. It is just a half second task, right? Okay. Yeah. So I'll start my sharing my screen and we'll start for our session. This will be a quick introductory session. Hope my screen is visible. Is my screen visible?
yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is our course curriculum. We'll discuss our course curriculum today. So our course is ETL testing beginners to advanced level. In this is a comprehensive training with Informatica and Ab initio. As we know, Informatica and Ab initio are ETL tools, SQL, data warehouse concepts, metadata validation, duplicate data detection, full load testing, and real world projects. So this is our course title. So first a lesson will be a introduction to ETL testing. What will be introducing in ETL testing is ETL architecture, ETL basics, overview of data warehousing, ETL processes and tools, how data warehouse and ETL testing is different from application testing or software testing, and SDLC and STLC projects. So in ETL architecture, we will see what ETL is. Like we'll define what ETL, extract, transform, load, what is extraction, what is transformation, what is loading. So all such things we'll understand in ETL architecture. What is the use of ETL in an industry in real time, and why ETL is important. So all such things we'll see in ETL basics and ETL architecture. We'll try to understand. Then we'll see overview of data warehousing. So data warehousing is a part of ETL. Okay. So what is data warehousing? So we all know warehouse, right? So warehouse is a collection of goods, collection of things, where we collect, where we put all our uh, inventory in a ordered manner. So data warehousing is same. We will keep our data in a ordered manner, in a nicely manner. Okay. So that is data warehousing. So ETL processes and tools. What are the ETL processes? There are different processes we follow to perform ETL testing and to perform ETL operations. Okay, and there are different tools available in the market. So there are plenty. plenty of tools. Majorly used tools are Informatica and Ab initio. Okay, so we'll go through such tools. What are these tools and all? So then we'll see like how data warehouse testing and ETL testing is different from the software testing. So we all know what software testing is. We'll test software for its functionality, for its performance, how software is working. But ETL testing is a little bit different from that. So what is the difference? We'll see in this training. So that will help you guys to understand what ETL testing is and why we perform ETL testing. So yeah, okay. And what is SDLC and STLC in ETL project? So SDLC is software development lifecycle, okay, and STLC software testing lifecycle. So what is software development lifecycle, software testing lifecycle in manual testing or software testing, and how it is different in ETL testing? So it's same as software testing with a tiny changes in between. Okay, so we'll see what is SDLC and STLC in ETL projects. So we'll discuss ETL real-time projects also in the end, but we'll see what are the SDLC and STLC processes in ETL project. Then we'll move to what is ETL testing. So once we understand what ETL is, we'll move to ETL testing. Okay, so once you understand software, you can easily move to software testing, right? So you will get to know what software is and how it will work, and then based on those concepts, you can start testing that software, right? So same way we'll understand what ETL is, what data warehouse is, how these processes works, and then we'll move for ETL testing. So in ETL testing, what we will cover is types of ETL testing. There are different types of ETL testing. So we'll see all those types. Then what are like data completeness testing is there, data transformation testing is there, data quality testing is there, performance testing is there, and then we'll see ETL testing life cycle. So in ETL testing life cycle, there are plenty of stages. So we'll see all those stages in ETL testing life cycle. And in ETL testing, types of ETL testing, we'll see such type of testing. So file validation, count validation, data validation, how we will do data validation, how we will check null validation. So all such validations we will see. Then slowly we'll move to ETL testing strategies. So there are plenty of strategies while performing ETL testing. So one such strategy is full load testing, and another is initial load testing. So full load and initial load testing, there are two mainly used strategies out there while loading the data from source to target. So you right now you are wondering what is source, what is target, what I'm talking about. We'll see that in few minutes. I'm just covering the course content. So uh, let's understand on the content first. Okay, so forget about what is full, what is initial load, and what is source, what is target. I'll quickly give you that idea. Okay, so we'll see. We'll also cover test case preparation, test execution, and data preparation. So data preparation is very much important in ETL testing. So we will have to prepare our sample data for uh, giving input to that ETL systems. We'll see how we will prepare the test data. Okay, and we'll see ETL bugs. How like there are ETL bugs. So same we are having bugs in software testing, right? So same way we'll see bugs, same kind of bugs, but in a different way while performing ETL testing. So another like so yeah. So next session we'll see ETL testing tools. Yeah, ETL testing tools. There are like we'll majorly cover two ETL testing tools, Informatica and Ab initio. Okay, so Informatica is widely used ETL testing tool in the industry. Almost 80 to 90% of ETL industry is covered by Informatica. So we'll see that tool in detail. Uh, in that Informatica, there are like four types of roles for a user. So we'll cover all those four roles: repository manager, designer, workflow manager, and workflow monitor. These are the user roles. So we'll cover all those roles. We'll see what are the Power Center components. Power Center is a ETL Informatica version. Informatica uh, specific tool is called a, like there is a Informatica specific tool named Power Center. So we'll see Power Center components of that particular tool and what are the workflows for that Informatica. We'll cover workflows as well. And further to that, we have some Informatica active and passive transformations. So we'll see what are what are these transformations, what are active transformations, what are passive transformations, and what are the differences between them, and which are the transformations are fall under active transformations, and which are the transformations which fall under passive transformation. Okay, so these type of transformations are there: expression transformation, sequence generator transformation, filter transformation, joiner transformation. So such transformations are there, we'll see one by one. Okay, then we'll move to in ab initio. Ab initio is another tool, ETL tool, widely used in the industry after Informatica. So ab initio is having its different versions within that tool as per our uh, as per our specification. Okay, so uh, these versions are GDE. GDE is ab initio's one type of version, ab initio GDE. There is another version, ab initio Express IT, and there is another version called ab initio Control Center. So each of its version is having their own set of rules, their own set of purpose to perform. Okay, so altogether it will work as a ETL tool. So what are the ab initio graphs? We'll see. So same workflows is the terminology used in Informatica, and graphs is terminology used in the ab initio. So we'll see all those graphs as well, how these graphs works, and I'll give you the quick idea or overview on this Informatica and ab initio. I'll also see if I can get you the, I'm not sure, but I'll try to get you the cracked version of this tool so that you can practice, okay, on yourself. Apart from that, we'll see data warehouse fundamentals. So data warehouse is a core of ETL process. So all such thing, all ETL processes ends up at data warehouse. Okay, so a data warehouse is a very vast concept and very important concept in ETL process. So we'll see what data warehouse is, need of data warehouse, what are the characteristics of the data warehouse. There are some characteristics to data warehouse, that it is time variant, that is uh, non-volatile. So all such characteristics of data warehouse we'll see in depth. So there is a concept called OLTP and OLAP in data warehouse. So we'll see what OLTP is, what OLAP is, online transactional processing and online analytical processing. So what is online transactional processing? What is online analytical processing? So uh, once I start talking about data, I'll uh, I'll try to segregate online transactional processing and online analytical processing. Now, if I start explaining, also you'll not get. Once I start talking about ETL and actual data, then I'll try to segregate between these two. Okay. So difference between OLTP and OLAP. So what are the data marts? Data marts is nothing but small chunks of data, small chunks of data stored into data warehouse. So data warehouse is a big warehouse. In that big warehouse, there are, let's consider a data warehouse as a uh, uh, huge huge room, and in that huge room there are small rooms again, and these small rooms are nothing but data marts. So uh, with set, like a small set of data marts consists in the one consist in one data warehouse. Okay, so what are the data marts? These are specific to subject. Okay, so each room is assigned to each purpose, assigned for each purpose. So let's suppose, uh, let's consider an example of engineering college. So let's consider engineering college as a data warehouse. So their data warehouse consists data marts, right? So data marts is nothing but different branches. So electronics engineering is a branch, mechanical engineering is a branch, computer science is a branch. All such branches of engineering are there in one engineering college, right? So in electronics is specific to electronic subjects, computer science is specific to computer science subjects, right? Mechanical is subjects to mechanical subjects. So same way, there are specific data marts which are subject to that specific manner, and all such data marts will form a big data warehouse. Okay, so these are the data marts. So we'll see these data marts in depth. So operational data stores. So this is ODS actually. Operational data source. What is operational data source? So it's same like data warehouse, but with a slight change. Uh, okay, so ODS is also a database only, but it is different than data warehouse. It is having different rules than data warehouse, and it will have limited period of data retention. So data warehouse can retain that data for several years, but in operational data source ODS, there is a limitation to storing the data, time limitation to storing the data. Then we'll see dimensional modeling. There are types of dimensional modeling. So we'll see what is dimension modeling and what are the types of dimensional modeling. Then we'll see difference between relational and dimensional modeling. Then we'll see different types of schemas. So there are star schema and snowflake schema. Both are used in ETL widely. So we'll see both the schemas in depth. What is star schema? What is snowflake schema? Then we'll see what is fact table, types of fact table. There are different types of dimensional table, and then we'll see slowly changing dimensions. So there are majorly three types of slowly changing dimension: uh, SCD type 1, SCD type 2, and SCD type 3. Also, while we'll see what is type 1, what is type 2, what is type 3, etc. Okay, then we'll see normalization and denormalization. We'll see what are the types of facts. So fact table is different, and facts are different. So we'll see what is types of facts, okay, other than fact table. Then we'll move to, once we complete data warehouse and ETL altogether, we'll move to manual testing concepts. Manual testing concepts, why we need to understand is because ETL testing is also a testing type of testing, right? So uh, we'll see what are the types of software development life cycle, and what are types of software testing life cycle. There are plenty of types of such life cycles, SDLC and STLC, but widely used nowadays in market is agile, right? So we'll see agile concepts as well. So there are, so uh, we'll see. I want to make you understand Jira as well. I'm not sure how time will permit us to learn Jira, but I just want to understand you guys to Jira, to introduce yourself to Jira, because Jira is the widely used tool for Agile. So while learning Agile concepts, I'll give you a demo on Jira also. So where we will raise bugs, how we will defect, how we will file defects, how we will there is a concept called user story in Jira. So what are those user stories? How we will add our task to that? Uh, you know, like these are such concepts you which are actually important while working in real time when you will be working in a team. So your manager or your scrum master will expect you to know such things, right? So they are not going to give any trainings, any specific training for such purposes. So you will have to know such things. So and you're not going to get any such training on Jira or agile concepts on real time anywhere outside. So that's the reason I want to give you uh, introduction on Jira, and you know at least you can survive in your once you start your job. So this one for beginners anyway. So who are there are some guys who are having uh, some experience already in the industry. Those guys already not needed such thing, Jira or Agile, but there are some guys who are not having at all experience, and those are new to industry. So these guys actually need. So this is not a compulsory session for them, but it is up to you. Okay, so I'll try to cover these concepts also. Then we'll move to SQL concepts at last. In SQL, I will cover DDL, DML, logical operations, arithmetic operations, group by having clause, aggregate functions, set operators. All such SQL concepts will try to cover. I'll share this content with all of you. Anyway, this all this content is available in our website, but I'll try to share this file also in our WhatsApp group. Okay, there you will get all our study material and all such important links which I'll be sharing on timely basis. And yeah, so once after finishing all the SQL part, we'll move to I'll give you one case study. I'll try to explain one real time scenario end to end, so that you will understand better what ETL is. And like till here you will get to know what ETL is and how it is working theoretically. So once I start explaining one real time project or one real time scenario, a case study, you will start relating our ETL concepts to that project. So okay, so this is source, okay, this is flat files, this is uh, these are the database as a source, this is staging area. Okay, so you'll know what staging area is theoretically, but practically when I start explaining a real-time project, no, you will start relating. Okay, so this is the staging area sir was talking about earlier. So this is target, okay, and uh, such transformations we are performing on data. We'll take one set of data, and we'll perform some operations on that transformation operations, and we'll move ahead. Okay, so I'll try to cover this case study one, and I'll give you a quiz and assignments also, quiz and assessment. So we'll conduct one test session, a quiz session on one weekend, in which I'll give you one set of questions, and you'll have to solve those questions and send it back to me, and we will evaluate your understanding, so that you will uh, you'll build confidence, I feel. So I'm keeping this assessment session also. And those who need resume building assistance and mock interview assistance, I'm open to give uh, assistance to such students also. Okay, so this is optional again, those who need. So there are guys who are already in the industry, those might not need, but this is optional. Okay, so this is our course content. So I just want to understand from you guys, what else do you need from me, apart from this content, or do you have any suggestion that we need to add XYZ point to our existing content? And we want, if you know about, if you have any ETL prior knowledge, You can you can
Um,
come and ask me to add any point.
are we covering migration part over here?
No, we are not covering migration part because migration is again a different concept. So we are basically majorly going to cover ETL processes and ETL testing and data warehouse testing. So migration
Okay.
is altogether different. Yeah, like that will interact with cloud concepts, and that will need again uh, any cloud platform knowledge like
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft
Right.
Azure or AWS or GCP.
AWS.
Yeah,
Yeah,
such
right.
knowledge will be there. So that is a different thing. So we are not going to cover that in this course.
Okay. And
Yeah,
what kind of certifications you will be providing once the course is completed?
I guess you guys are going to get a training certificate from Isha Training Solution. But for confirmation, you can reach out to that given number. I'll post that Kumar sir's number. So any
Mm-hmm.
such queries for certification or fee related, payment related queries, you can reach out to that particular number, which I'm going to post in the group or in the chat also. That
Okay.
is a Kumar sir's number. So I'll post that number in the group. You can always reach out to him. Any trailing related queries, any technical related queries, you can reach out to me. I'll post my number also. You can reach out to me anytime, no issues. In the daytime also I'll be there to help you. If I'll be busy, I'll just tell you guys, yeah, we can connect in another 1 hour, another 2 hours, or that particular time. But you guys can call me anytime and uh, post your queries, or you can WhatsApp me your queries at any time. Okay, Anjali, Bala, Shilpa, you guys are understanding, right?
Yeah, we are following.
Yes, yes.
Yes, right. All of you, I want everyone to speak up. So, who are there? Who are there are freshers? Any like how many of their freshers? Nadeem, are you fresher? Are you having any experience? Nadeem? Okay, Nadeem left, I guess. Can you guys post all of your name and number? Please post all of your name and phone number before we start our first session today. We'll start introduction to ETL. Before that, I just want you guys to post your name and number in the chat. Girija, are you able to understand what I'm trying to tell? What is
Yes,
what we have covered? What we have discussed as a content?
yes. We can understand. Thank you.
Yes, right. So, are you fresher, Girija?
No, I have some SQL experience.
SQL experience. Okay. Okay, Jagannath, what is your retail experience? Is Jagannath there? Okay, no worries. Okay, then we'll start with our first session today for ETL testing. What is ETL testing and what data warehouse looks like, so that we'll get to know more about it. Are you guys able to see that screen? Are you guys able to see that image?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thanks, Rohit. So, so this is the ETL process architecture. Okay, ETL architecture. So in the first part, you are able to see CRM, ERP, flat files, or unstructured data, such thing. So this is we called as source. Okay, source where we are going to get our data. So this is a big data. So when we say big data is a data which is big, right? Big data is a huge data in large amount. Okay, so all such data comes to us as a source, as an input to our ETL process in the form of different sources. This is source 1, source 2, source 3. What is flat files? Flat files are nothing but simple Excel file or simple Word file, note file. All such files are nothing but flat files. It can be even PDF. Okay, so flat files. There is another source, CRM or ERP. CRM or ERP is nothing but customer relation tool is there, or enterprise resource planning tool is there, such as SAP or Salesforce. So such tools generate some data. Okay, so this data is also big. Okay, so we'll get uh, sometimes we will get data from such tools. Sometimes we will get unstructured data. What is unstructured data? Unstructured data is uh, unstructured data is data in the form of like in a messy form. It is not a structured one. So it can be a database also. Okay, so we'll have the sources here. Then this data will move to ODS. ODS is operational data source. Operational data source is a database which has integrated data from a different business or sources. So we'll integrate that data from different sources, right? Or this ODS is having limited period of history or historical data, around about, let's say, about 30 to 90 days. We'll keep this historical data for about 30 to 90 days in ODS. Then this data ODS, so ODS is optional. Okay, ODS is not required in each and every ETL process. So sometimes some organizations use ODS, some organizations do not use ODS. Small organizations usually directly pulls data from flat files or such sources to stage. Only big organizations can afford ODS. So this is optional. This is not a mandatory stage in ETL. Okay. Then we'll have this data to staging. What is staging area? Now, staging area is nothing but a landing area, landing zone, where our data will come and land. Okay. Why this staging is required? Because we'll perform transformation and testing on staging area. So we cannot perform transformation on source side, right? So we perform transformation on staging side. So this is staging area, and this is where data warehouse. Then once after transformation, we'll move that data to data warehouse. So this is data warehouse where we'll see data, different data marts. Okay, so let's take an example of a bank. So one HDFC bank is there, one SBI bank is there, and one ICICI bank is there. All such banks are generating huge data. What kind of data it is generating? All banks are having your name, address, your Aadhaar card number, your PAN card number, your personal details, your phone number, your blood groups as well, right? Your office address as well. So all such personal data all banks will have. What kind of other data banks will have? Banks will have your transactional data. So what transactions you are doing, what credit data they'll have, what type of credit you are uh, borrowing from different sources. So they like nowadays there are different type of applications who are providing credits. So let's suppose you have taken loan from different different application, but HDFC already knows that you have taken loan from XYZ application. Okay, from Kotak, let's say Kotak. So how this HDFC knows that you have already taken loan from Kotak? Because they have your all your transactional data. So based on that they generate some reports, right? We call it that CIBIL report, right? So such type of data will be there, transactional data. Okay, so account related data, we will say account related data. Okay, so what do you think, all how we will handle all such data? So HDFC will have one type of format, okay, to handle such data. SBI will follow uh, another type of set of rules to handle such data. ICICI will follow different type of rules, different set of rules to handle such data. So all such data will like from different banks will have different approaches. Okay, but uh, your name from all the banks will be same, right? Your address from all the banks will be same, right? Your account related data from all the banks will same, right? So we'll keep all such name related data in one data mart. We'll keep all your address related data in another data mart. We'll keep all your account related data in another data mart. So there are some different types of data marts, and we'll store that specific information to that specific data mart. All such data marts, all such data marts will form a big data warehouse. Okay, so these are the data marts. So till here it is a ETL process, from flat files as a source, or ERP as a source, or database as a source, from source to staging, from staging to data warehouse, from data warehouse, like yeah, from data warehouse, these are some data marts. Still here it is a ETL process: extraction from source, transformation at staging, and loading at data warehouse. Extract, transform, load. You guys are getting right? So these are the ETL processes. How, what after these ETL processes, why these ETL processes are required? So with the help of such specific information, with clean information, we will generate some reports, insightful reports, using reporting tools such as Power BI, Tableau. You might have heard such kind of tools, right? So there are such kind of tools in the market who generate some reports, insightful reports, and end user will use such reports. Who are these end users? These are some big authorities or stakeholders from big organizations who take important decisions over these reports. They'll use such reports, but to generate such reports we will have to have specific data in a specific manner to scratch that data to generate reports. So for that purpose, we'll need ETL. Okay. Are you guys clear up to here? I just want to know what if you guys have any doubts.
Can you please repeat that last point that you mentioned? What's the purpose of ETL after the data marts? Sorry, I missed
Hmm.
that part.
Yeah. So we'll see in depth what is the need of ETL, but I'm just giving you introduction that what this is one reason actually. There are plenty other reasons why ETL is required. I'm just explaining you ETL process, and while explaining you that procedure, I'm just giving you one of such reasons. Okay, so what is that reason? There are big authorities or stakeholders sitting in a organization, big organizations, right, who are responsible for taking decisions for that particular organization to grow for growth of that organization, right? What do you think? How these stakeholders are able to take decisions? They are not going to see each and every record from you, me, and each every one of us, right? They'll have to have one graphical representation. They'll have I'll just quickly show you what kind of. Have you seen these pie charts or graph charts, candle charts or bar charts, who
Yeah.
gives you information? In 2019, sales have been grown by 20%. In 2020, sales have been decreased by 10%. All such bar graphs are there, right? So such reports are generated by reporting tools called Power BI or Tableau, or plenty of other tools are there in the market. So you got till here, right? This report generation. So how we will
Yeah.
generate these reports? Yeah, how we will generate the report? Who will feed data to these reports? Who will feed data to generate reports to these tools? From these tools, these data marts will feed data. Okay, so let's say Anjali's city is Pune, and my city is Mumbai. Your city is Delhi. Based on location, I want to take decision. I'm carrying a business of ice cream parlor, let's say, uh, and I want to open my shops in different cities, Mumbai, Pune, and Delhi. So I want to carry a survey, how and which flavors, or how many people in Pune are like adhere to eat ice cream on every day. Some like Mumbai people can have uh, ice creams at summertime, majorly at summertime. Pune people can have all the time. Delhi people might not eat ice cream at because there is a low temperature in Delhi, so they can there we can have different insights. So what kind of data I'll be able to generate from such example? So that specific data, location wise data, I want. Now for this example, I want location wise data. So this location wise data we will scratch from data marts, because data marts are specifically mentioned data. Data marts will have specifically mentioned data. So we'll get to know in depth how these data marts will work, and how we will generate reports from these data marts. Okay, forget about reports or forget about BI part. It's just for understanding purpose why ETL is important. You will have to take care till this part as a ETL tester. Okay, am I clear, Shilpa?
Yeah, you're clear. Thank you. Sorry, I missed your name, so I couldn't address you
Sorry.
properly. I missed your name in your introduction, so I couldn't address you properly. Yeah, I got the point that you mentioned. Thanks for repeating.
Okay, okay, now you are clear, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yes. Okay. So this is ETL architecture. I show you a data warehouse architecture also. So this is data warehouse architecture. See, so in data warehouse architecture, we will clearly see operational systems, transactional database, ETL tools, data warehouse database, data marts, and reporting analysis. So this is data warehouse architecture. So warehouse architecture is same as ETL architecture, almost same. Uh, so these operational systems are nothing but input to the ETL system. We will extract data from these operational systems. It can be a database, it can be a flat file, it can be ERP systems, it can be anything. Any We can have data from anywhere as a input to our ETL system. Then we will have this transactional database. This is staging layer. Okay, here we will have that data to test, we will have data to transform, and then we'll use some ETL tools to carry out those transformations. Okay, so these are the transformations. We'll perform some transformations here, and then we'll move that data to data warehouse after transforming. So, like, are you able to imagine that I gave you bank example, right? So, uh, so, so what's your name? Shilpa, right? Shilpa, let's say Shilpa Singh, and your name is Shilpa Singh. Your phone number is 1010101010. But while putting data in database, bank have made some mistake, and they have entered your phone number at 0000. It will create problem, right? Or it they didn't mention your first name. They kept your first name as blank, and they just send out that Excel file to database. It will create a problem, right? How we will know that this account is associated with this particular person? So all such transformations, there, like, we'll have one null validation check. There we will try to figure out which values are mandatory. That first name will be mandatory, right? For a bank account, first name will be mandatory, say last name will be mandatory, phone number will be mandatory. So if phone number is blank, we'll perform a null validation check, and we will get to know, okay, this phone number is a blank here. It should not be blank. Then we will, raise a log file, or like we will raise a defect that this cannot be a valid data. Just remove that data from, just prevent that data from moving it to data warehouse. In data warehouse, we will have only clean data. Okay, are you able to understand? There is a another rule called naming convention. So there can, like, if company wants to perform, if bank wants to perform this rule for naming convention, and they are strictly, adhere that naming convention will be first name and then last name, and before that uh, we'll have that, Mr. or Mrs., whatever it is. And this way we will perform a naming convention. We want our naming convention in this format. And some bank is, let's say SBI is giving your name as Mr., surname, and then first name. Then we will remove this, record from data, like, from staging itself. We will prevent this record from moving it to data warehouse, because in data warehouse we want our data in a clean manner, in a specified rules. That data warehouse data will follow that specified rules by that particular organization. Okay, so all such validations we will perform in transformation stage. Okay, so, like, there are some other rules by some organizations that about data retention. So some of the banks will ask you to keep your data for 10 years, then remove. If that account is inactive, then remove that data after 10 years. Or some of the banks will say remove that data permanently, or some of the banks will say keep that data in a archived manner, not in a regular database, but in a different database, as a inactive account. So based on such rules, we will form a transformation logics. Developers, ETL developers will develop such transformation logics. You as a ETL tester will only have to test this developed logics, if, like, whether or not, if this logics are working fine or not. You will have this set of rules with you. Developer will develop all such strategies. You will have to cross check if these rules are fitting fine to that particular data or not. That's it. So such simple job is of ETL tester. Okay, I'm going to post one ETL testing study in our group. I just found it on internet. I'm just going to post that survey of ETL testing, how like ETL testers are different than software testers, and what are the perks ETL tester will have. So ETL tester and software tester basically are same. There is no difference. Uh, Both will have nice pays, nice salaries in the industry based on your skills. Like, but what I observed in the industry is ETL testers will have slightly more salaries than ordinary software testers. Okay, if you are automation tester, then it is a different story. But ETL testers will have nice salaries than any other software testers. I'm not telling this thing to divert you to enroll for this course, but which I observed from my own observation. Or even I was a software tester before starting as a ETL tester. I accidentally landed into ETL testing, but not accidentally. I was having interest in SQL, but I was not aware of ETL testing, how what ETL testing is. I learned it from scratch when I started my career in ETL testing. Okay, so from my own experience, I'm telling you guys that ETL testing is the best career as a if you want to be in testing, if you do not wish to be a developer, and if you want to be in testing, and you do not want to go for automation testing is a good career. I'm not saying it is a bad career, but it for to being an automation tester, you will have to have plenty of technologies, plenty of tools you will come across, right? So uh, I would say automation testing is a bit tricky than ETL testing. So ETL testing is the best if you want to be in a if you want to be in a testing career. Okay, only only thing is you will have to have expertise on SQL, major expertise on SQL. Practice SQL a lot once you start ETL testing, and try to understand ETL concepts and data warehouse concepts as I go on explaining such concepts. Raise more doubts to me. If I'm able to answer, I'll answer immediately. If I'm not, I'll tell you guys. I'll dig into that particular area, and I'll come back. Whatever it is, will this session between us will be more interactive, more than trainer and students. It will be like more like college senior and college junior. So we'll have fun in this session as we go ahead. Uh, yeah. So I just want to know what are your thoughts, like what are your doubts, what are your thoughts about ETL? If you have anything to know more about this session or course or ETL, whether to choose this career or not, whatever doubt it is, just shoot it on. I'll try my best to answer.
Hey, the tools which you have mentioned, whether it will be a commercial or it will be a open source tool for the user.
uh, Bala, I'm not able to hear your voice properly. Can you just raise your voice and ask again?
Okay, the tools which you are mentioning, right, Informatia and then another tool. So both are will be a commercial tool or it will be a open source for the ETL testing.
No, these are commercial tools. These are not open for all. So that's why I said I'll try to get some cracked version to show you. At least I'll try to get Informatica to show you how it looks like. Okay, so you'll have more confidence while being in interview, or once you get landed into ETL job.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone? Anna, Anjali, Shreya, Nandita, Sumit,
Yeah, I have
Karthik.
just posted my
Yeah.
question in the chat.
Yes. Who
Hello.
is that? Yeah. Shreya.
Yeah,
Yes,
here.
please. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I have posted my question there. Like, I'm a functional tester with 7 years of experience, so I'm trying to have a career change. So,
Okay.
if at all, if I learn this ETL testing concepts and I get hands-on on it, will I be able to switch in my career from functional tester to ETL tester? If is it possible also, like, will I be considered as a fresher or how does it uh, go? Like,
Okay. Yeah, I got your question. So it all depends on you, Shreya. Definitely, you will transition from one functional tester to ETL tester. Definitely, I was at your position once. Okay, at same position as
okay,
you. So I'll definitely confidently say that you can do that because I did. And uh, the thing you asked that you will you be considered as a fresher or experience? I was considered as a experience. I that my previous experience was not vanished. I have got hike on my previous salary. They have considered my previous experience. So from my own experience, I would say yes, they will consider your previous experience because it is a testing experience anyways, right? And even if it is not a
yes.
testing experience, even if it is a non-technical experience, even if it is a some other technical experience than testing, they'll consider your experience because that will anyway help in your career, right? In your ETL testing concepts as well, because ETL testing concepts are same. Only thing is you are testing software in functional testing. Here you are going to test you know some processes or some structures, some graphs, some data. You are testing data, more I would say more data. Okay, you will have same kind of testing life cycle, requirement analysis, test plan, test execution, raise defects. So same kind of plans will be
Okay.
there. Same kind of structure will be there. Defect retesting will be there. Test closure will be there. So same testing kind of such things are there. So you will definitely be able to transition from functional testing to software ETL testing.
Okay. Like, I'll not be considered as a fresher. Like, I can show stuff
Definitely,
as 2 to 3 years of experience.
definitely not. And again, it will depend on you how you are going to represent yourself in the interview, right?
Oh,
If you are
okay.
presenting
Yeah.
yourself as a fresher and you are showing yourself you're not focusing your prior experience, or you're not convincing them to consider your prior experience will help them, uh, they'll obviously not consider, right? Or I would say not consider, but they'll they'll also focus less on your prior experience if you focus less yourself, right? So it
No,
all
no. Like,
depends on you how you are going to represent
my
yourself in
only
the
thing
interview.
is, like, even if I learn this new, but still I can show my previous experience also, that would be even more great, right? Because
Yeah, yeah,
my seven
definitely.
years of experience with this, it should
Yes,
reach to a very next level. Like, not from scratch, I have to start.
yes, yes. Definitely not. They'll not consider you as a fresher. They'll obviously count your prior experience.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Like, that's the
Yeah,
query
be
I
rest assured about that.
wish to ask.
Yes.
Oh, and how much do you charge for this? Like, I did not get any info on this.
Yes, it is
Like, what is
mentioned
the
in our
course
website.
fees and
If you, yeah, I'll post that website on WhatsApp group. Okay, I'll
okay,
post that website link here also in chat. Uh, our course fee is 6,900, which is very less
okay,
as compared to market. Okay, and there is no such professional course outside in the market. I myself have faced lots of challenges while I was in my software testing career. So there are free content on YouTube, but that is just a theoretical content that will not help you landing a job at all. So here we are going to learn each and every practical concepts. Whatever I have learned in my whole career, I'll give you all such practical examples while explaining any concept. So this will be a very professional and real time course, which you will definitely not having in on in outside in the market. So this 7K or 6,900 is is a very small amount for you to have such course. Yeah. Anyone having any doubts regarding anything?
Uh,
Post.
yeah, Dipali here. Actually,
Yes.
regarding the Informatica Power Center and App Initiative,
Hmm.
once we learn this, are you going to give kind of projects for the hands-on purpose, or it will be
No,
like learning only?
it will be like a learning only. Uh, like I'll not be able to give you hands-on projects on that, but I can guide you how you can create a project yourself, and how you can perform your project.
Okay.
Is it as an open source?
And
Like, are these open source tools or
No, no, these are not open source tools. These are commercial tools. Companies pay
okay?
charges to use such tools to this Informatica or Abinisho. So
So
they'll pay charges
don't we
to.
have any trial versions also? Like,
So
do
that's
we
what I
have
need
any
to check.
trial versions?
Yes, definitely. I'll need to check if we are like able to arrange such trial versions for you to practice.
Okay, and how much is the course duration and the times and all?
Yes. So we are going to complete this course in 30 days, 1 hour each day. We are going to have a 1 hour session every day, and we are going to complete this in 35 days, 30 days max, along with SQL.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. All of you posted your phone numbers right in the chat. If not, please post your phone numbers in the chat. Anyone else having any doubts? No? Should I consider it as a no? Okay, no problem. We are good to close, right? This was a very introductory session, guys. So we are going to start our first session from tomorrow. We'll start covering all the ETL and data warehouse concepts from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so be there on time. Be active in the group. Keep on checking group for course links. Don't miss any class. If you miss like one class also, no, you'll start feeling like you are lagging somewhere behind. You will get recordings, I guess, but still live sessions are some like why we are having these live sessions, one-to-one interaction, right? So try to attend each and every class. It's just part of 30 days. So you once you put your efforts for 30 days and you start learning thoroughly, this will help you to build your career in the coming days for a better career, right? So don't miss these classes, and yeah, so tomorrow onwards we'll meet each and every day for next 30 days. Okay. Yeah, try to be inactive in the group, and I'll post some useful contents over there, useful links. Whatever I post, just try to read it. It will be a short read, and it will help you understand more about ETL. How, what like, what is the position of ETL in the industry, and etc. Some general knowledge also, some technical stuff also. So try to be inactive. Try to be active in the group. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Okay. Yes, Bala. Do you have any doubt? Have you unmuted yourself? Okay, no problem. Thank you, everyone. We'll good to close this session then. Thank you. Bye.